Okay, good morning or good afternoon, P6. This is health and physical education. Last time we talked about the environment and human health. And I sent a video in line about pollution in China, some of the dirtiest cities, and you can see how it affects the environment and people. So this is why it's important to know about pollution and some solutions. So today, we're talking about pollution solutions, okay? So there are many ways to help with the problem of pollution, but there's these things called the 3 R's. These are, I'm going to show you, okay? It's reduce, reuse, and recycle, okay? So many of the solutions to this problem fall into the 3 categories of the 3 R's. The 3 R's are reducing, reusing, and recycling. And today we're going to talk about all 3, okay? So here we go. Okay, number 1 is to reduce. So we can, this is 1. To reduce means to use fewer things that will end up as waste. So we can bring our own bags to the grocery store so they don't have to give us new ones. We are reducing the things that we use by bringing our own. So reduce means to use fewer things that will end up as waste. An example right here, she brings her own bag. So you bring your own bag to the grocery store to carry things you buy. Thus, we will reduce the use of plastic bags. Okay? Bring our own bags to the grocery store. This will reduce the use of plastic bags. Okay? This is still part of reduce. We should turn off water taps or electrical appliances when not in use. So when we leave the house or we leave a room or we're not using something, we can turn the power off, the light, or we can turn the water off. This is saving energy, okay? So reduce the use. So that was reduce. Now we'll talk about some more. We should also reduce fuel consumption. If it is a short distance, we can walk or we can take a bike or public transportation. So we're reducing the use of so many cars or motorbikes by walking or taking the transportation or riding a bicycle. So reduce fuel consumption. How? We should walk, cycle, or consider using public transportation. Okay? Page 92. We're on page 92 now. So now, this is number 2 of the 3 R's, to reuse. Number 2. To reuse means to use an item over and over again until it becomes unusable and becomes waste. Okay? So, means to use an item over and over again. So, you can see here, they're using the same bag over and over to bring their lunch. Okay, so here, we can use the same plastic bag to bring our food or things to school every day. So you can use the same bag to bring food or things to school every day. Maybe at home, you reuse the same cup, okay? So there's reuse. What else can we do to reuse? We can collect rainwater and use it to wash our car, the porch, and the drains. So we're reusing the rainwater, and we can use it to wash the car, to wash the porch, or even to water your plants. Even water our plants. So we're reusing the water that we collected. This is very, very good. We can also reuse the items to make a little fish tank, or look, they reuse the old tires to make plant beds for their plants. So we can also convert unwanted things into useful things. So they're unwanted, but we can make them useful by reusing them. Okay? Go to page 93. Now, number 3 of the 3 R's, to recycle. Number 3. Now this, it means to take unwanted things, break them down, and then use the materials to make new things. So paper, we recycle paper. That paper, it gets broken down, they mix it, and then they make new paper or new cardboard. Okay, glass, we can reuse it, we recycle it. Metal, or the can, the soda can, they can melt it and make new things using it. This is called recycle. So, means to take unwanted things, break them down, and then use the materials to make new things. Okay? So when you go to throw away your garbage, make sure you throw the glass here, the plastic here, the paper here, maybe the metal here. You separate the different trash into different categories. So we should separate our unwanted things into a few categories before sending them to the recycling. I'm going to show you the different kind of things we recycle. So one of the things that we recycle, paper. So paper, we can recycle it. It's one of the easy materials to recycle. It can be turned into materials for cardboard, tissue, paper for printing, and newspapers and books. So if we recycle paper, we can make these things using paper. Glass can be recycled too. It does not degrade through the recycling process, so it can be recycled again and again. So glass is one, we can keep reusing it for many, many years, because like with paper, after a while it starts to degrade, it becomes more waste. But glass is good, we can recycle for many years. Glass can be recycled too. So it can be recycled again and again. Aluminum cans, your soda you drink. Aluminum cans can be recycled. They are melted and made into aluminum sheets before being made into other things, such as cans and chocolate wrappers. So, all the things here we can recycle and reuse them. So this is good for the environment. Let's go to page 94. On page 94 is your first activity to do. All I want you to do is write a list of 3 things, maybe do 3 things or 4 that you can do to recycle or reuse things. What can you do to reuse, reduce, or recycle? Just make a list, okay? Now let's go to the bottom of this page. So there are other solutions to pollution. So besides the 3 R's, there are other solutions we can do. One of them is proper treatment of wastewater and fumes. The wastewater and the fumes from the factories, the big factories, they have the water that has chemicals in it. And then they have the fumes that are coming out from the machines. So we can help with this by all the wastewater and the fumes from the factories should be treated before being released. What does that mean? It means to filter the water. So you filter out the water, filter it out, and take it to the waste treatment plants. So we filter the water before we release it because all the chemicals and the fumes. So this is another way to help with pollution. What else can we do? There's some more things we can do. We should plant more plants. So we should plant more plants. Why? Why should we do more plants? Because plants increase oxygen and reduce carbon dioxide. Remember, carbon dioxide is not good for us. They also provide shade as well as reduce noise pollution. What else should we do? Do you see the picture? Someone's burning the trash. So we should prohibit. Open burning should be prohibited. This means we should stop people from doing the open burnings because it generates excessive emissions of pollutants such as dense and odorous smoke, dust, and toxic fumes. So when people do the open burning, this is causing smoke, dust, and toxic fumes. This is why you get the sore throat, or maybe your head hurts or your eyes because of the smoke from here. So we should stop it from doing this. It is important to educate people about pollution because we need to know how it affects us and how can we reduce it. Creating public awareness about pollution helps people to have the desire to protect the environment. The more you know about pollution, the more you want to save your environment and the earth. Let's go to page 96. So, this is the last thing we're doing today. All you're going to do is read this and then put always or never. How do you do it? So, do you always separate the trash before you throw it away? If you do, you put always. If you don't, you put never. Do you fix your clothes? Do you switch to reusable bags? Do you turn off lights when not in use? Do you avoid using containers and plastic bags? Do you grow trees or plants around the house? Do you recycle paper and glass? Do you turn off the water when you don't use it? Do you walk or ride a bicycle for small journeys? Do you participate in environmental activities? So you check which ones you do. After that, you check how much you got. After you finish that, you count them, you put your total here, and then you check your score. Okay, thank you.